afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo at Parkway RV Center. And today we're going to look at a pre-owned Class C motorhome. I've actually had this one for about 3 to 4 weeks, but it had that flaking furniture problem, so we had to have the furniture recovered, professionally reupholstered. So that's been done. No additional cost to you. We bought it that way, so we fixed it. And this is a nice C-Class, guys. This is a 2016 Jayco Redhawk. One of the more top-of-the-line Class C's you can buy in today's market. And just got 12,000 miles. It's only got a whole whopping 80 hours on the generator. I mean, this is a nice motorhome, and it's a bunkhouse motorhome. Double slides, and it also is 32 feet 1 inches long, I believe. So it's state park size, you know, very well built. Now these cost a little more. If you look at one of these back in 16 or even today in 2022, brand new, these cost a little more than your average Forest River Jayco or Forest River Coachman, Thor Class C, but you get what you paid for, guys. You know, no windows on the front cab over. I do like that. Notice the overlapping cap around the edges, so no straight edges on the cab over. That's going to eliminate a lot, and I mean a ton of leak issues right there by doing it that way. Built on a Ford E450 chassis. Got the 6.8 Triton V10, 305 horsepower, 420 pound-feet of torque. A little dirty, guys. About 29 degrees with a wind chill today. So I'm not going to have anybody out here washing, but it's a nice motorhome. It's got leveling jacks. Got the 4 kW Onan generator running right now. Now this unit is also got the J-Ride, and that's another reason why Jayco's cost a little more than other brands. But again, you get what you paid for. You've got the rubberized body mounts between the chassis and the body. Basically like another shock absorber that works on top of the standard E450 chassis, giving you less sway and a lot better ride. You've also got the Hellwig helper springs on the suspension, again to reduce sway and improve your ride and computerized drive shaft. So you get less vibrations going down the road from calls from a drive shaft. So you add all that together, you know, I'm not going to say it's going to ride like a new Cadillac, because no Class C will, but this is going to ride and drive better than your average Class C motorhome. Of course, it costs a little more. You pay for that stuff too, but again, get what you paid for. You know, the outside's not bad. I mean, it is a 16. It does have that little bit of the HD Max fade, so a good buffing and waxing would make this thing come out and shine like a new penny. Or you can use some of that Zep floor cleaner like a lot of people on YouTube are doing. That would probably go good with this. But it's not bad now. It does have a hitch on the back. Now the factory specs say the hitch is rated for 7,500 pounds. But see, the factory sales brochure, you have to watch the wording. The hitch is rated for 7,500 pounds, but that doesn't mean the motorhome is. I do not recommend towing more than about 5 to 5,500, maybe 6,000 pounds max on a E450 chassis. I mean, it's your motorhome. You do what you want to as long as you stay under the hitch rating. But I would rather be safe than sorry, and I've towed with these things for many years. So, you know, usually 5,000, but on one like this with the J-Ride, I don't see why you couldn't go up a little bit more. But I think 7,500 stretching it. Just like I said, I don't build it. I didn't design it. I'm just going from common sense and 25 years of experience. And I've actually towed, when I transported these things, we'd tow a travel trailer behind a Class C motorhome, but you know, it had to be under 5,000 pounds. Frameless windows. Like I said, it's got the jack system, hydraulic jacks that you very rarely see in any motorhome. Got an outside shower, 6-gallon DSI gas electric water heater. Real quiet generator. Got a really nice interior, and like I said, the only issue it had with it, of course, it was actually a good thing because we were able to use that to buy it at a great deal. Because we just go ahead and then we went ahead and spent the money, had the furniture reupholstered. But you can't blame Jayco for the flaking furniture problem, because Thor, Coachman, Forest River, so many brands back then had that same problem. And of course, they didn't know about it until several years after they put them in their RV. So this wasn't like they didn't purposely put it in there. 31 XL. Power steps work great. Now we didn't have to recover everything because a lot of it had cloth, but whew, it feels good up here. I turned that furnace on about 30 minutes ago. I don't know if this thing's got just a really efficient furnace or maybe somebody upgraded it. This thing's got a furnace that heated this thing up like I couldn't believe. So I can tell you right now, this thing's got it'll light you up, let's just say that. Of course, dash air, dash heat, all that stuff works great. It does have the cloth seat, so we didn't have to recover the front seats, and they look just like 12,000 mile seats should look like, which is don't look like they've hardly been set in. 12,077 miles, no check engine lights, no warning lights, tilt cruise, factory stereo. You've got power windows, power locks. Dash looks good, windshield looks good, no smoke or pad odors. You know, that heat up here does pretty good too. On the cab over, you do have, it's in between a full and a queen size bed. I've got it folded up right now so I can pop the TV out and show that to you. But this actually makes a little bit bigger than a full, smaller than a queen, so you're going to use queen size sheets to fit it. And of course, you got a ladder and all that when you want to fold this out. So in fact, I'll try to do it one-handed just to give you an idea. As most of you probably have looked at other C classes, you know, these are all pretty much the same size between the brands and all that, but there we go. Then you just set your ladder on those little clips right there. And you do have your television, probably 32 inch. It does have a power swivel mount, which to me, that's something, when it was brand new, the original owner probably paid $1,000 for. Don't see the point in it, but I guess it does keep your TV in one place better than a manual mount will, but you got it though. It works. All the lights come on, cab over looks good. You know, like I said, these Jayco cab overs, the way they're built, you don't really have to worry about leaks in them like you do most other brands. Because, you know, as most Class C shoppers know, the cab over is the most common place for a Class C to leak, and that's just because you're driving down the road and this thing is acting like a parachute. So if you're driving down the road 70 miles an hour, this thing's flexing because it's catching wind up underneath it, slowing you down. That's just a characteristic of a Class C. And when something flexes, you know, seals break and get water in there. But the way this thing's built, there's really no seals to break because it's all solid, or mostly solid one-piece fiberglass. Now, I had some of the cushions recovered, the bottom pieces, because the backrests were cloth and they were fine. The bottom pieces were flaking, so I had them recovered as close to the factory color as our upholstery shop could do it. And then I had the couch. I didn't replace the couch because I couldn't find one that would fit it exactly, so I went ahead and just had it recovered as well because it was also flaking. So you got freshly upholstered, you know. So this is right here, guys, this is a lot better stuff than what was in it from the factory. You don't have to worry about this stuff flaking. You do have this makes a bed. This makes a bed. You got your cab over bed, so you can sleep 5 to 6 up here. And look up here, this is your 3-burner stovetop. You've got your oven, your microwave. You've got double basin sink, lots of storage, about a 7-foot tall interior roof height, so definitely plenty of space up here. Oh, I don't know if you can see it or not. Forgot to show you this, your jack control panel. I probably should have showed you this by opening the driver's door, but that's it right there. and it is auto jack system. So you can level this thing up with the push of a button. And of course your refrigerator is a 8 cubic foot Norcold. We do guarantee it to work. In fact, it's already getting cold because, like I said, I've had it on for a little bit, so I can tell the freezer is getting colder. So usually when the freezer is getting cold, then the refrigerator is just a few hours behind it. And it's running on AC power right now, so I'm running the generator. Of course, your bunks, which makes this a great family model. Ooh, this thing can sleep 10 people, guys. Up to 10 people. That's probably way more than I'd ever want to carry in a 32-foot motorhome. I don't know about you. But what's nice about it is you've got 2 fixed beds right here. You got your queen fixed bed in the back. You got your full size to queen size fixed bed in the cab over. So that is 4 beds that you don't have to worry about breaking down a sofa or a table booth and making into a bed. So you can sleep 7 to 8 people in here, or 8 people, without having to flip out your sleeper sofa or fold down your table booth bed. So you can just leave them set up all the time, which is kind of nice. Not a lot of carpet in here either. I do like that. Queen bed in the back. Overhead storage, closet. Yeah, you could put a TV, a small television in there. You got hookups. Some drawer space, big closet, all in your slide out. And of course your bunk. You do have a fully enclosed bathroom. And actually a decent sized bathroom for a Class C. Usually bunkhouse Class C's don't have this big of a bathroom, but you have your sink, toilet area. I mean, plenty of get ready room in here, guys. Shower, skylight. Not bad. I mean, you can see me. Of course, I got my cold weather gear on, but you know, I'm 6'4", 315 pounds, and I can plenty of room in here for me to get ready in, take a shower in. It's a nice motorhome. And I know the Redhawk is not as fancy as the Jayco Greyhawk, so it doesn't have all leather furniture, which is a good thing it didn't, because the Greyhawk has all leather. I'd have to have everything recovered. Plus the Greyhawk may have like solid surface countertops, things like that, but the Redhawk's still a nice coach. Both had the J-Ride, you know, same equipment and all that. Huh. And this one, I mean, 12,000 miles, 80 hours on the generator. It does have the built-in inverter too. That's 15,000 BTU ducted roof air. It's got a heck of a furnace in here. I should have looked up the BTU, but I promise you this, it's bigger than, it's more BTU than most Class C's have in a furnace. Because man, it heated this thing up quick. $59.9. And get online. I looked, you know, I didn't bring my tablet, but I looked on my phone real quick before I shot the video. You can get on RV Trader, you can get on RVT. On average, these things are anywhere from $69 to $70, $69 to, we'll say $70,000 to $80,000, about average price for a 16 Jayco Redhawk 31XL. I got this on $59.9. Most of the 16s that were $10,000 to $20,000 more online had 3-4 times the mileage this one does. So not only do I have the lowest priced one in the on the internet that I could find, but also the lowest mileage one on top of that. Double whammy. So I went on over to NADA and just typed in a regular NADA, just like you would, and adjusted for the miles. I didn't add for the jacks or anything else in here. I just went base retail and put the mileage in. I think that's the really best value to look up something. So many people will post NADA printouts on their ads, and they'll add all these options, 2 pages worth of options, and they're all standard equipment. You know, in 2016, you couldn't buy this Redhawk without a generator. You couldn't buy this Redhawk without a air conditioner or a refrigerator or a furnace or a water heater. Why are you adding it? You know, that's all included in the base price. Why would you include it in the NADA 6 years later? People just don't understand it. But you don't add any of that stuff on NADA. But to show you what I'm working with here, let's see here. Phone's being a little slow here. All right, 16 Greyhawk NADA or JD Power NADA, same thing. 31XL. Scroll down past advertisements. Just adjusting for the 12,000 miles, 12,077 miles. You can see, guys, I have a low retail of 61.6, average retail 74,195. Like I said, these things are online with 30, 40, 50,000 miles for $69,000 to $79,000. And that's not counting, and most of those prices were dealers, and that's not counting fees they might charge that I don't. My price is $59,900. What sounds better? $79,000 for 30,000 mile Redhawk, a 16 model, or $59,900 for a 16 Redhawk with 12,000 miles. Yeah, you see real quick why we sell 500 to 600 used RVs a year. You can't beat the Parkway price. And plus, you know, even though we got the lowest price out there, we still guarantee your major stuff. We still guarantee the refrigerator, freezer to get to operating temp. We guarantee the generator to run and put out. We guarantee the slide out to go in and out like it's supposed to. We guarantee it to drive up and down the road like it's supposed to. And all that's included for the $59,900 price. You know, guys, everything else, of course, and please don't misunderstand me. I check the furnace out myself. It works great. I checked I turned the inverter on. It came on without any error lights. Of course, generator fires up. All the lights work. But keep in mind, guys, everything beyond those basic things that we sell, that we guarantee to work at time of sale, which is a refrigerator, freezer, roof air, generator, and slide out, everything else is sold 100% as is. You know, we don't have it priced to fix anything but those four things. If for some reason they don't work when you pick, they work now, but in case they don't work when you pick it up, we'll repair it. But anything else is sold as is. You know, guys, I'm not selling these things for retail. I'm not selling them anywhere close to retail. So, you know, if you want a full retail inspection, you're going to have to pay full retail price, $74,000 and change, $59,900, guys. And I'm not saying that something's broken on it. If I seen something that was pretty obviously broken or something that it needed, I would point it out in the video. Besides, it needs probably a good buffing and waxing whenever it warms up on the outside. But guys, I mean, you know, we're not going to, we have winterized the unit too, so don't worry about that. But everything else is sold as is, and we can't touch anything else for that $59,900 price. And I know that's still confusing a lot of people, but this is the way we're doing it, by keeping, and this way we're able to keep our prices down even more than they were before, and not have to wait 2 to 3 months for a full inspection. You know, you're saving enough money that even if you do have to fix 1 or 2 little things on it, you're tens of thousands of dollars ahead. I mean, for that kind of savings, you know, anytime I can buy something like this for that far under book and everybody else's that's listed online, you know, even if I have to spend a ton of money on it, fix it up, I'm still money ahead. So keep that in mind, guys. You know, we don't guarantee anything but those 4 systems, and that's it. You know, I understand not everybody can buy one like that. I get it, but a lot of people can. And for the kind of money you're saving, if you've got to repair something, guys, you're, again, tens of thousands. You're never going to spend anywhere close to the amount of money we're saving you over every other one on the internet. And be honest with you, you know, most dealerships you buy from now are pretty much all as is anyway, but at least we guarantee the major stuff that costs you the most money if it doesn't work. Anyway, guys, that is a haggle-free, firm price. Doesn't matter how far away you come to get it. Doesn't matter how you pay for it. It's $59.9. Whether you finance it, go through, you know, we do have financing with approved credit and down payment. Whether you pay cash, cashier's check, wire transfer, which is actually what we prefer over $100 bills, but we're not going to turn it down either. But we do prefer that it's just safer for everybody involved, less paperwork if you do a bank-to-bank wire transfer or a cashier's check that we can verify to pay for something instead of bringing a sack full of $100 bills. And like I said, we're not going to turn down cash, but understand that we're going to have to collect information from you that we normally wouldn't, because you're paying it with $100 bills. So because we have to send the 8,300 forms to the government, IRS, and all that stuff for us taking in that cash. And you know, I actually had some folks argue with me the other day why I need that information. I said, it's a federal law. I have to collect that information or I can't take your money. I said, if you don't want to do it, take this cash to your bank, put it in your account, get a cashier's check, bring it back. I said, then you don't have to give me that information. But at the same time, the bank's going to have that information, which they already have on file since they have an account there, before they could do that, before they could accept the cash too. Everybody has to. Even for sale by owners, if you take more than $10,000 cash, do your homework. You got to do that Form 8300 with the IRS, guys. $100,000 penalty and possible jail time if you don't do it. And that can also get the person who gave you that cash into trouble, because they have to make sure you do that form too, and that applies to businesses and for sale by owners, both. You don't play around with them guys. Them IRS boys, they're serious. I knew a dealer a few years ago that lost everything he owned because he never did those forms. They came in there, inspected him, took his house, took his business, took every scrap of money he had in the bank, and he had to basically start over in it at 60 years old. All because he wouldn't do what wouldn't follow the law. So, you know, guys, always, you know, cash is not king anymore in 2022. I mean, I will take it, but understand I will have to ask questions to put on that form, and I do have to send that form off every year to the Internal Revenue Service because you paid $10,000 in cash. Anyway, guys, but you know what? That's really a good thing, because you know, I would hate to know that I bought one from an individual that didn't do that and they got in trouble, and then I get a knock on my door from the same people because they didn't do. I mean, at least we follow the laws, we follow all the rules, laws, and that helps protect you from getting that knock on the door. And you know, and you have to, guys. You don't stay in business 53 years like we have if you don't follow the rules and the laws and the regulations. It's just, you know, no sale is worth not doing that for. And plus, guys, we have financing available with approved credit, down payment, get you some long-term financing. We're more than happy to work. You can work with one of our lenders. Unlike other dealers, we're just as happy to work through your personal bank or credit union. You know, most dealers don't like to do that because they make money on financing, because with their lenders let them mark the interest rate up on the customer above what the bank approved you for. Since they're dealing directly with the bank and not you, you have no idea what the true interest rate is. All you know is what's written on that loan contract you're about to sign. You don't realize that they probably got that rate marked up 1.5%, 2%. That's going to cost you thousands of dollars on a long-term RV loan over the life of the loan in extra RV payments. Here, guys, financing is a courtesy to our customers, not a way for us to make additional money. We have no dealer interest rate markup. We have no fees. You go to Rip Off World, all these other places, here comes hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars in fees. Dock fees, prep fees, happy camper fees, freight fees, this fee, that fee, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, they'll give you a good song and dance while they have to charge it. But the truth is, guys, from somebody that's worked for them there and somebody who knows the inside, behind the scenes, it's all 100% dealer profit. They don't have to charge those fees, but once they charge one customer those fees, they have to charge everybody that fee, because if they refuse to not charge it for one person and that one person tells another person that they did that, that person can go to them and sue them, and before you know it, everybody they ever charge those fees to, they have to refund it. So once they start doing it, and they start charging a certain fee, they have to charge it from now on. Or they take the risk of everybody finding out and getting a class action lawsuit, and they have to pay back millions in fees. But it's all profit, all unnecessary. Guys, you know, here at Parkway RV Center, this is the breakdown of the price. However you pay for it, it's $59.9 plus applicable sales tax. If you are a Georgia resident, and this applies to Georgia residents only, since we're the oldest licensed RV dealer in the entire state of Georgia, we do have to collect a $100 highway impact fee and a $40 to $50 tag and title fee, depending on your county. In Georgia, that's Georgia residents only. Out of state, of course, you don't pay that. We take trade-ins. We have delivery service available for $1.50 a loaded mile one way. So if you want to know how far to your home in Phoenix, Arizona, look up our address, get directions from our address to your address one way, just going there, you know, and then times $1.50, and that's how much the delivery fee is. You know, the $1.50 covers us paying fuel, paying my driver, hotel room if necessary, and it covers us paying for the return trip. So even though we're only charging you $1.50 one way, we're covering it both ways. So in other words, if it's 1,000 miles away, we charge you $1,500, even though it's a 2,000 mile round trip for my driver. And that's us covering everything. And believe me, guys, we're not making money there. That's what it costs us by the time we pay our driver, wear and tear on our vehicles. So if you're interested in delivery, give us a call. You know, we'll have to work it in, because we got to figuring out in the past 7 days, we spent almost $1 million buying RVs of our own money. We don't finance anything. We don't have floor plans, mortgages, lines of credits, or anything. That's $1 million of our own money buying used inventory that we've been bringing in. I've been showcasing a lot of them, but I got a lot more to come that's on its way in, or like this one that's needed furniture, something like that. So I have to let it sit, wait on the upholstery shop to get that done so I can post it online. They did a great job too, by the way. But anyway, if you're interested in this Jayco, give us a call, 706-965-7929. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time, Saturday, 9 to 5 Eastern. Closed Sunday, and we closed at closing time on the dot every single night. Our salespeople and our employees, families deserve to know what time they're going to be home. So we're not like a lot of dealers that stay open 2 or 3 hours after closing, as long as you get here before closing. We don't do that, guys. We close at closing time, because these guys work hard for us. Their families deserve to know what time their loved ones are going to be home. So, and we are closed Sunday for the Lord's Day and Family Day for our employees. Closed most holidays. So we only do test drives Monday through Friday. I know that's kind of a weird rule, but we have so many people out here on Saturday because everybody's off work. My salespeople are often overwhelmed, and they can't take off 45 minutes or an hour with one customer because everybody juggles 4 or 5 customers at any given time all day. So what happens is they're gone for 30, 40 minutes, an hour, or whatever on a test drive. And then you've got more customers out here than the remaining salespeople can handle. You get a lot of people mad. Just to sell one RV, we might lose deals on 3 or 4. So we only do test drives Monday through Friday, so please make your plans accordingly when we have less lot traffic, especially on a pretty Sunday or Saturday. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button and smash me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment, share on social media. Feel free to like my Facebook page, RVs with Big Bo. You can actually message me there, and I'll be happy to answer questions, even though I'm not in sales, but I can still try to give you some advice, tips, tricks, and pointers, and things like that from my 25 plus years as an RV owner and in the RV business. Has virtually done every position in an RV dealership that one person can possibly do. and I will be happy to share that knowledge with you and try to save you some money, keep you from getting ripped off, and give you honest advice about whatever. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, look forward to seeing you here. Come out and visit. Got 100+ used RVs in stock. You can simply come here and look. You don't have to go through a sales office. You don't have to be escorted by a salesperson. You can look. If you don't see anything you're interested in, you get in your car and leave. If you do see something you're interested in, grab one of my salespeople. Be glad to help you. And guys, check out my website, parkway-rv-center.com. See most of my current inventory. I got a few new faces that I haven't put online yet, so it always pays to, even if you don't see what you're looking for on the website, to call. Don't message, don't email, call. Talk to one of my salespeople, unless you're close enough to stop by. Tell them what you're looking for. Leave them your phone number, and they can call you, text you pictures or whatever when it comes in, or it may already be in, just not posted online yet, and give you a chance to buy it. You'd be surprised how many of these things we sell and how many people thank me for that bit of advice. I know it's kind of old-fashioned, but it works. So thank you so much for watching. We look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.